Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Aferno. I got a new video today. I'm playing Madden today. Don't really post Madden because of long games. I try to do those on Twitch, but I can't really post on Twitch or stream on Twitch right now at the moment. Try to get that settled real quick. But right now, I'll be posting YouTube videos for a little minute before I can stream on Twitch again. You know, I don't really talk this video. I was actually on the phone. But other than that, check it out.
Tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with Derek Carr and the Las Vegas Raiders. And solid field position here to start as they get this out to the 40-yard line.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Throwing on first down is Carr. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels.
Jones goes diving, and he's got it. Same result as last play, 14 yards and another first down.
Every guy that plays this game has plenty of people around him that are concerned for his health and well-being. He had no regard for his body on that catch at all, did he?
Middle of the field, diving to grab it? No, he didn't. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. DJ Reed, who played in college at Kansas State, made the tackle.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now a play fake. Carr. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Jacobs will take this one in for a Vegas touchdown. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And that makes it 7-zip. Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake, Wilson on the move to his left. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Play action. It's Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On first down, Carson looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Now Wilson. And that's going to be caught. Dwayne Eskridge. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They'll try to run with Carson, and he will not be denied. Into the end zone, touchdown Seahawks. Chris Carson, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. Pete Carroll in that familiar hands-on knees pose. His guys will go for 2 here. Wilson going to throw for it. And it's caught. He's got it. So they go for 2. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he is down deep into Seattle territory. It's a big play there for Vegas.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A tight one. 8-7 our score after 1 on EA Sports. Well, that didn't take long. 1 play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Here's Jacobs. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Jacobs again. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
This stadium once registered as the loudest roar ever recorded, and you can hear him now. 3rd and goal. They fake the handoff. Now Carr sliding out of the pocket. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Bobby Wagner, multiple times an All-Pro, in there to drop him for a loss. The kick by Carlson is good. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Catch is made by Metcalf. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now a give right side. It's Carson. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now it's Carson. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Staying alive, staying alive, staying alive, staying alive.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report, but business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And the Raiders are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
You're looking there at a defensive back who's maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception. I like what they did there because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used the slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. On first down, Carr.
Bro,
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by
Derek
Quadre
Carr is
Diggs.
fucking trash.
And the Seahawks are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
As a former defender, I can feel their sigh of relief after that one because when he breaks out of the pocket and you face a mobile quarterback, he causes all kind of problems in your secondary. They were able to force that incompletion.
That's to the tight end, Colby Parkinson. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback because instead of forcing something on third down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big...
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. And the Raiders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
I can't catch a break.
Picked off by DJ Reed. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room.
Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Play action. Now Wilson. Rolling to his right. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he will take it out to the 25-yard line. He exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
The
Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. Man open, here is Jones. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Carr now on first down. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And the Seahawks are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Boy, Charles, that is now 3 interceptions in 3 consecutive drives, and you can see he's just got a look of disgust and bad body language, understandably, as he walks off the field.
And I think it comes from the fact that he's not sure what he sees down the field, Brandon. I don't know if he's seeing ghosts. I don't know if he just can't read defenses. I'm not sure what it is. But
and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Desmond Trufant. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender. From there, he doesn't have very far to go before.
Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Wilson now off the bootleg. And my goodness, another interception. Jonathan Abram picks it. And the Raiders are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing, they're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is. And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. To throw, it's Carr. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Looking downfield for Jones. And unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
He opts for the touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the inning, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And this one is incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. 4th down. Here's Wilson. Short throw to Disley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. To throw again is Wilson. Short throw to Disley. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 37-yard line. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense, drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Nick Ballore there to make the grab. And the Seahawks are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to him.
And you remember the good old days when the 49ers were riding roughshod in the league? They use their fullback in pass plays all the time. Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, those guys were terrific at running these types of plays.
They'll look to throw. And the Seahawks are going to have 1st and touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the 4th.
No, not at all, and they're trying to get something going after one there, but you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
On the handoff, this is Jacobs. Gets around him. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 6. Here's Carr. Space to run past the 20. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. On play action, it's Carr. He'll buy some time right. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. Carr now to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Brian Edwards there to make the grab. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. End zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Steps away to his left. He lets it fly for Lockett. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 29. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores, want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Now it's Wilson. Buying time to his left. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Now a give right side. It's Carson, and he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
On play action, now Carr. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Carr to throw for it on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate that.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Raiders have just about sewn up this football game. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Carr going to throw here. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time, they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him
Madden.
and try and cover him before he gets going?
To throw his Carr. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Why are you? Why you guys suck?
Back to throw, Carr. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
She is.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Carr to throw. He completes it to Jones. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 36. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. Now Carr being chased out left. And Waller taking it in over the middle. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Carr going to look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that one drops to the ground. Incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds. 19 left. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Carr to throw again. Complete to Jones. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? Defensively, maybe a little too fired up there for a 3rd down stop.
Remember in preseason when we were going to camps and watching people? They worked on this, right? In the heat of...
And he's across for the late touchdown.
Another touchdown.
And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game.
All right, well, if you made it this far, no, appreciate watching the video, and peace.